Oh, you're here.
Fireteam, this is a rescue mission. You're boarding Katanga, a derelict orbital refinery. Ingress is via the forward airlock. You'll locate, secure, and evac Dr. Tim Honecker, a Weyland-Yutani scientist. Mount up, people.
So how's it going?
It's going pretty good.
Streaming, by the way, just to give you a heads up.
Oh.
Almost. At least right now, not any, but that is peaceful. It is quiet. I can probably hear myself think, oh my.
You think in your head you shouldn't have to hear yourself think.
Look in my head, I shouldn't have to hear myself think. Have you ever been into a spot where you hear so much just noise coming at you sometimes?
Not really.
You never been to a club or a rave?
Okay, yeah, I guess.
Even a concert? I mean, even though it might be music you like, it's still loud.
We got a ping on Dr. Honecker's personal data transmitter.
A lot of loud noise. That
First,
sometimes makes it like it's not so much that you can think because you're more distracted by said noise. Especially when said noise sounds like someone's pretty much
after we grab Honecker.
blowing massively into a mic in your ear. Like at least a concert, the music is further away, but in chat it's the mic is literally in pretty much. I wouldn't say it's literally in my ear. Literally in my ear would be like an earbud, whereas this is like not an earbud, but it is definitely right above my ear. And all I hear is like someone ruffling.
Our men should be in the junction ahead.
It's like the other day I was eating something and you were like, "Oh, are you ruffling that right into the mic?" It's like that, except worse and louder,
Honecker,
much
this
louder.
is the Colonial Marines. You
and
hear
much
me?
worse.
Acid damage. Not encouraging. Continue your sweep. He should be right here. High speed incoming. Get hot. Short bursts. Way more than I expected. Ambush to rear. Too many. so many? Hey, on the deck, Honeycrisp PDT chip. He cut it out. But why? Doors welded shut. Sloppy work. Guess Honecker went this way.
And now Dave goes super quiet.
Hey, I got an idea how to track down Honecker. Searching this whole barge
But I
will take too
always
long.
do super quiet.
Not always.
A good chunk of the time.
When I call you out for being freaking loud as hell.
You didn't call me over for anything, really. That alien had that X thing when you killed him.
At the what? Oh.
X show up. I turned mine off because I found that annoying.
I turned off the, I don't know how to turn the X off, but I turned off the enemy glow. And the numbers.
I forgot they had that until you just brought that up.
I didn't mind it. It makes it a little bit easier to see him, especially in some of the later spots. I don't mind the X either. The X is like a good indicator of enemies dead. I didn't mind the glow because it does help in, I think, later sections when you're going through darker areas and still fighting the xenomorphs.
By Honecker, probably. Release the locks.
I get why they put them there, but to me it just made it feel more
arcadey.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the damage numbers because I play a lot of RPGs and I don't mind seeing damage numbers, but I didn't realize that it even had damage numbers. I completely forgot about that. I did like a semi-test run earlier. Not necessarily a test run, but like I just did like the opening of this mission. Because I was debating on... I'll probably switch back to my Demolisher.
Anyway,
I figure if Dave actually wants to play this, I'll switch back to my Demolisher.
There's a data line just starboard of your position.
But I don't know how the DLC is going to work because I'm either going to end up doing the DLC on my own or Dave's probably going to have to buy the DLC.
Hose them down.
Just because it is, unfortunately, one of those games where, which kind of, I've said it, I'm fine with games being like that, but I feel like this, like, horde shooters are kind of, there's some games, just let one person have it and just don't give the other people, like, the gear or whatever that it rewards. If the thing rewards gear. But for like horde shooters and stuff, like I think, yeah, let the host have it.
That'd be nice.
Transfer rolling. It's a damn big file. Hold the room.
This is why I'm probably gonna switch back to my Demolisher.
I'll get Esther analyzing.
I don't
She's a battalion synthetic.
like
Keep
this
moving aft.
Phalanx. Just because really a shield.
Or mic died.
Huh?
Switch down my controller.
No. I really wish they did more with this game than they did.
I was just doing Overwatch.
Never seen so much acid in one bug. Where did these come from?
That was really fun, and I liked the card system it had. I can't say it was always great because sometimes you get some cards that really made it annoying, but it was still very neat. Like everyone could place a card down, and that would.
It was different for this.
Technical difficulties. I'm still in chat with you, right?
With me, yeah.
Okay. See, well,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
no one's moving. It looks like probably something disconnected or something error connection to the host. Oh.
Yep.
Well, with that being said, unfortunately, that just happening. I will say that this is one of those games where it what's the word I'm looking for?
We need to divert
It does
casinos from an
things
ongoing
everything off the
operation.
host.
Get aboard Katanga and make some noise. The bugs will come at you in
Off
waves.
the host.
So hold on as long as you can.
So
then get
there's
out.
no server shutdown or no chance of a server shutdown because it'll move things to wherever the host is. But unfortunately, yes, if the host or whoever is hosting has a bad connection, expect issues. And that was just an instance of whoever, I guess, they decided to make the host there had a connection issue. Random attachments. Take twice as much damage. I'm surprised people are still playing this a lot.
I was thinking just as I saw the video. Well, that's kind of the only thing you can hear now that's not like slow, like isolation or that, right? So.
Yeah. Modern shooter-ish, yes. Isolation is slow, yeah, but Isolation I think is more in line with more in line with the original Alien movie. And then you have Dark Descent, which I think is probably a little bit, it's not as quick as this, but it probably is a little bit quicker than Isolation. But that one's more like tactical. You're moving a squad around.
Yeah, there's the one supposed to be coming out that was originally a VR game that they're remaking for gaming.
Yeah. But I don't know how quick or slow pace that one will actually be. And then you have people who probably are going back playing some of the more original older ones.
They just have like a middle ground between Fireteam and Isolation, where you kind of have some slower parts and then some just.
Fireteam starts off with some slower parts. Like actually going through that first mission in Fireteam, it starts off a little. I mean, granted, it picks up quick, but there's moments in it where it does kind of start you off slow, especially on your first playthrough.
We prepped a defensive position for you. When you're ready to start, hit the control for the air shafts.
Actually, I think a lot of the first missions of each of Fireteam do start off semi. Hey, you're in a new area, explore a little bit before enemies start attacking you. And then once enemies start attacking, then it kind of speeds up. AVP had slow sections as well, and Colonial Marines has somewhat slow sections. Although, you know, Colonial Marines is not really liked.
True. Pathogens is the DLC you're talking about, right?
Yes.
Not bad, $20.
$20, but it's like unfortunately, 3 missions.
Oh.
I don't know how well the missions are.
Yeah.
I mean, in fairness, the missions in this game weren't that bad anyway.
Yeah.
And I like that, like, even though every mission had you fighting off Xenos, every mission also had you dealing with different threats.
Hey, this would be my only alien fix. Than watching the movies or the show.
I have Dark Descent, which I'm going to get to at some point as well, but type of game is going to take me a while to get to it. At least like World War Z has it where only one person needs to have DLC.
Wait, was Dark Descent a PlayStation Plus thing?
Yes.
Okay, that explains why I have it too. Okay. Never mind, I retract my previous statement then.
But Dark Descent's like tactical.
Yeah,
It's not quite like, it's not like XCOM or Baldur's Gate, but you still have a squad. I think you move the full squad together. Like,
well,
you
I'm seeing
can't.
from the trailer, it looks like it.
Yeah. Well, I watched reviews. It didn't seem like there was any moment or time. Like, from some of the reviews I watched, it's like, yeah, everything moves together. You're not going to sit down and be like, move this guy 2 squares and that person 6. This person goes left, that person goes right. It's everyone moves together. Apparently it's really good too. It's not really a style of game that I often play.
Yeah.
Fuck, I should have been shooting it up. I didn't realize they were on the ceiling.
You gotta break in the swarms.
Hey, kid,
No,
over
I
here.
gotta break in the swarm.
Sentry deployed. Patching up. Sentry deployed.
Oh, big music comes out. You know shit's getting real when the big music comes out.
Got incoming.
Rebuild your defenses.
What do you mean rebuild my defenses? Is there a way to rebuild my... Is there a way to repair them? Big rock guy. Well, guy and bot guy. Just like typical. True aliens experience.
You're clear.
Patching up.
Coming through the walls, man. They're coming through the walls. I like trophies too.
Clear. Rearm before they come back.
many ways this is. I think the only thing that would make this game even better, or would have been a nice, like, final send-off, and I don't think it is actually in the game, is if they did what World War Z did and added a first-person mode as well. Like, I'm not going to say World War Z's first-person mode is great. It's not that awesome. But it would have been a nice little send-off of, hey, we're at least going to make the game first-person. That being said, I understand why they didn't, because this game does have, like, the ability to duck behind cover. Or the cover system. Or a cover system. So first person probably would have somehow messed that up. But still. That also being said, when I do World War Z, I'm not gonna probably do it as a first-person game. I don't know. I'm just as I just said that, I just thought to myself, I'm like, wasn't one of the DLCs we did, we had to do it in first person or something like that? I think like it wasn't the last DLC, but it was like the second last DLC, which we did because we didn't do the last DLC. But it was like the second last DLC, I think there was a spot we had to like shoot a rocket, and we couldn't line it up until we went first person.
Yeah, I remember that.
So that may affect my decision, actually.
Catch your breath.
Bypassing death.
Because I'm just remembering, like, I think we shot it a few times, and we're like, the fuck, it's not hitting. It's really hard to line up, and then we're like, oh, okay, let's go first person, and it was... The moment we went first person, it was like, oh, there we go, now we can line it up easily. Oh, maybe I will do it first. The reason I didn't want to do it first person was because that was kind of like the game's identity for such a while. The thing that separated it from Left 4 Blood and whatnot. Yeah, no, I should probably... bigger gun. I'm not normally a wave dude, but I'm actually digging this a little bit right now.
Well, depending on how many waves, there might be 2 more. These are like 8 or 10.
Right now we're on 8. Could be an infinite wave. Sometimes they have like infinite waves. Some games do infinite waves, and it's just every 5 or 10 are like the big boss.
You got some space. Use it.
It'd be nice if there was a full gear refresh though. Oh. Okay, we kind of have a a refresh.
Hey, check this. Sentry deployed.
I don't know if it's the same guys that did this in overseas or not, but I kind of would have also liked if they did other titles. Like, I would have been happy if Evil Dead was more like this game than what it ended up being.
That could be interesting.
Well, I don't think Evil Dead would have worked necessarily as a horror shooter, but I think it would have worked at least better than the asymmetrical Dead by Daylight wannabe game that they wanted it to be.
Honestly, I'm surprised the Hellraiser game's not gonna be like that.
Not gonna have me too. Well, I think they semi-learned their lesson, because even Halloween isn't gonna be... I mean, Halloween's gonna have multiplayer, but Halloween's gonna apparently have a single-player aspect to it as well. I'm not fully sure how Halloween single player is but I think that is not another PvP or 1 or 3 versus a bunch of people is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, because a lot of time I'm intrigued in those horror games, but then you say it's that type of game, I'm just like, yeah, no, I'm good.
Oh, frick, I was gonna call Final Destination. Friday the 13th was amazing. It was actually really fun. Sure, don't get me wrong, sometimes you'd get those sessions where you have maybe people who are friends with whoever the killer is, and they're just kind of having a big laugh. Or sometimes you get those annoying people who might kind of hog or steal all the loot for themselves. But for the most part,
just kind of messing around.
Yeah. For the most part, though, it was amazing and fun. It sucks that it kind of died to a lot of legality issues. I mean, I'm not going to say that it was all legal issues for why it died, but legal issues did affect it. There was apparently lots of talks of DLC and plans for more stuff to be added to it that just didn't happen because of legality. I think there was a whole... I'm sure I mentioned it, but there's a whole, like... I think issue going on with the rights of the character at the time.
Yeah, I remember you mentioning that, and the DLC that was possible planned.
Yeah, they actually have like Jason X DLC for the planet and stuff, which I think would be but
imagine one being like a spaceship, so it's a different scenery.
Oh, that's what I was talking about. Like they actually had they were planning on doing both a ship map, because there was both the camp map. I think there was, I can't remember if there was a second map or if it was just a camp map, but they had plans for like other maps and stuff. But yeah, it just kind of fell apart. And then Dead by Daylight obviously has been the go-to, very popular thing. Evil Dead tried doing the doing it, but I don't think it really generated a lot of enjoyment for it, and its single player kind of sucked. Single player was fun, but just long missions and no checkpoint caused it to be a big pain. There's another one. Predator, I think, kind of worked as being the kind of PvP horror thing that it was. But similar to Friday the 13th, sometimes you had good matches and sometimes you had bad matches.
That I could agree to. At least I played that one.
Sometimes you get those matches where everyone just, for whatever reason, separated, and sometimes you got matches where, like I said, maybe someone was friends with whoever ended up being the killer and was saying, "Oh, come."
Fire team, our engineers completed their salvage. There's another op scheduled. You want to extract now or keep pulling away the Xenos? Nice work out there, Marines.
I'm gonna extract.
Get your ass back to the dropship.
Oh, it would have been cool if there was an actual evac kind of thing. Also, not all my weapons are maxed, but yes, there are still a bunch that are maxed, which is kind of irritating. Kind of like, why would I use the lower ones when I can just use the higher ones, especially for higher difficulties?
Yeah, that kind of butchered that, didn't they?
Yeah. Well, I think if you're starting over, then it'll probably be not maxed for you.
Well, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah, good point, because I'm not playing on the PS4 version.
Yeah.
We play it again, so...
I think
Okay.
that's gonna be it for the stream, though. Till next time.